In this YouTube video, I'm going to make this beautiful resume template for graphic designers using Microsoft Word. It's a visually appealing template that encourages hiring managers to read through. Now, if you prefer more simple and matching resume and cover letter templates, then I would advise you to click on the link in the description for more information. Okay, now go to the Layout tab, press the Size drop-down menu and pick A4. After that we go to the Insert tab, Shapes, and pick this shape. And make sure that the shape covers the whole A4 page. Click on the Shape Outline drop-down menu and select No Outline. Now go to the Shape Fill drop-down menu, hover over Gradient and pick, for example, Linear Right. Let me quickly align these to make sure the whole A4 is covered. Next up, we right mouse click the shape, Format Shape, open the Fill drop-down menu and go to Gradient Stops and select the middle arrow and click on this minus icon. After that you need to pick two colors. You can also choose different color directions, but I like to keep the other one, so I undo this action by pressing Ctrl Z or Command Z. After that, we need this rectangle shape to divide our template into two parts. The Format Pane or Pane allows us to adjust the transparency of the shape. Now let me see, I think 50% is fine. After that we go to the Shape Filler and pick White. And select No Outline in the Shape Outline drop-down menu. Now let's add another rectangular shape. Adjust some shape filler and outline settings. And let me sharpen these corners. Now let's zoom in a bit more because these shapes have to match and align. I think this looks fine. Now we only need to group them together. So select both shapes holding Shift and then we right mouse click, hover over Group and select Group. Now go to Align and pick Center and Middle. Next up, I want to add a text box. Select Draw Text Box in the drop-down menu. And let's enter our name and surname. Remove the shape filler and outline styling. And then we go to the Home tab. Highlight your name so we can uppercase it. And after that we increase the font size by clicking the A icon. 22 or 24 point font size is fine by me. Now play around with these styling settings. And after that we go to the Shape Format tab, so we can draw another text box. Now apply the same settings and enter Graphic Designer. Let me zoom in a bit. Alright, let's add another shape. We need a white filler, no outline, and transparency of 50%. Okay, go back to the shape icons and pick the oval shape, because now we want to add a photo. Place it somewhere in the middle and evenly adjust the height and width by enabling this check mark. Okay, that's fine. Now let's see, pick a white or black filler and white outline. After that, I want to increase the outline's weight to 3 points. Then we need to insert a profile picture. Go to the filler drop-down and select Picture. I select my profile picture and click on Insert. Okay, then we click on the Picture Format tab because we need to use this crop option. Let's zoom in a bit. I think it's actually fine like this. After that I want to add a text box and enter About Me. Bold highlight to make it stand out a bit more. Same again here, we don't need a filler or shape outline. Add another text box. And let me grab my other document so that I can copy and paste a suitable text. Okay, let me fast forward a bit because this styling part is quite self-explanatory. Okay, so now we need to add our contact information underneath. First we add the shapes and apply all the other styling settings. You need to select them all, holding Shift, and click on the Align drop-down menu and pick the center and distribute vertically options. Okay, let me grab my other document so we can insert some icons. If you want to download these icons for free, then visit my website via the link in the description. Now add a text box and enter the city and state. Now this one is important because then the hiring manager knows if you live close by or if they need to fly you in or not. It is also important to add your LinkedIn profile. Now research has shown that those who included a link to a comprehensive LinkedIn profile have 71% higher chance of getting a call back in comparison to those job applicants without a LinkedIn profile at all. Now after adding the contact information, I would like to group them and move on to the next part. I would like to include a section that visually informs the reader about my language proficiency. But this section can also be used for showing off other qualifications. Now watch how I add and align these circle shapes. Alright, now that is done, I want to divide the right side of this resume into sections. So I first need to add and style some of these shapes to make them stand out. Now I fast forward this section because you already know how to style and align these shapes. Okay, so let's begin with the education section. First we need to add a text box, and then we add, for example, the university name and the degree. Use some bold and cursive font style to make it stand out. And then we include the date, and if you have some more space, also include the location. Now to right align some of the information, we need the ruler to do so. If you don't see this option, you need to go to the View tab and enable Ruler. Next up, we left mouse click to place a tab index and press tab, then it will jump right there. Now if it's not properly aligned, you can click hold the left stop tab and move it accordingly. Next up, I want to add some subcategories using bullet points. Okay, let's forward this section. Okay, that brings us to the experience section, also referred to as the working or professional experience section. Now let me copy and paste the text box. Okay, so let's say you have some experience as a graphic designer at a company. Let's add all the information first. Now I structured the sentences according the PAR method, so that it reveals the problem, action and results of my experiences. Now that way you bring impact and purpose to your experiences. And same goes for using action verbs at the beginning of each sentence, like responsible for, designed and managed. Also, do you notice how I quantified my experiences? Measurable metrics illustrate someone's value and improve your chances of getting that interview. And move on to the skills section. I want to make this section visually appealing, so I add some shapes. Now you can transform or move them the way you want, and increase or decrease the block arc shape to show your proficiency. Underneath, you can add a text box and add commonly used skills for graphic designers. For example, Adobe Photoshop, InDesign, Illustrator and Premiere Pro. Now let me fast forward a bit. Okay, next up we have the interest section. Now although this section is not a requirement, I would advise you to include it in your resume, because it takes just a couple of words to show the human side behind the resume. Now that doesn't mean you should add some fluffy buzzwords and cliches, like around 50% of the resumes include, but try to grab the reader's attention. Now let me first add a table to structure this section. Now by default, the margins of this table are not properly aligned, but you can easily solve this by going to the table layout, cell margins, and change the left and right windows to 0. And there you go. Alright, let's include some interests. For example, I like traveling and try to visit a new country each year. Or I like football, in the USA also referred to as soccer. And my favorite football club is AFC Ajax. And my favorite player is Frankie de Jong. Another interest of mine is watching Netflix. And my favorite series are Ozark and Breaking Bad. Personally, I really like these series and there is a big chance that the reader watched one of these as well. Anyway, see it like this. It's an opportunity to show your genuine interests, but also relate to the reader's interests. Now once you've filled all the cells, you need to remove the borders. Lastly, I also want to emphasize the importance of properly sending your resume. Now if there are no employer's instructions on how to submit the resume, then the common rule of thumb is to email your document in a PDF format or Word document attached to the email. Now also make sure to save your file accordingly. So name, surname, resume. Now that way the employer will know that it is yours without even opening the document. Now all these little things prove your attention to detail and can make the difference between getting hired or not. Okay, so before I end this video, I would like to know if you watched the whole video. And I'm even more curious if you actually got hired. Leave an emoji with glasses if you watched the video till the end. And leave an emoji with sunglasses if you got the job. I want to thank you for watching, and if you have any questions, leave a comment down below and I'll respond as soon as possible. Now, if this video was helpful, then a like and subscribe is greatly appreciated. Thanks again for watching and see you next time. Bye!